I feel like since I turned 20, some pretty big events have happened in my life that have caused me to shift the way I think. And I asked the question, how many times do you have to shift the way you think about things? A stance on lifting, for example. I used to train 6 days a week, rest one day, and even on that day I do like stretches and shit. And it worked for a very long time when I was like 17, 18, even when I was playing rugby and whatnot. Until I hit the wall. I hit the wall of now I'm not gaining much more mass as quickly, so my recovery is going to be slower, even though I'm eating more food. Had to at first really struggle with the fact that now I can't lift all that time because I was really enjoying it, and shift down to like 5 days and even 4 days if I wanted to actually keep putting on muscle. If I want to get bigger, I can't train every day. I'm kind of dealing with one of those right now, and I don't know if it's something we should be talking about on YouTube. But I will say, for the purposes of the video, I can see that if I don't accept the change that is coming and change with the wind, let it take me where it's blowing, I'm definitely not gonna make it. I think that's pretty powerful somehow. I don't know how, but I think that is pretty powerful. Like, if you don't go with the flow and you are if you don't go with the flow and you're super determined to go against it, the result just won't be something you're looking forward to, I think. I don't know. So far, I've gotten it right a few times, if I'm keeping it a buck. Not for a lack of trying, but I think I've made competent decisions when the options have been available to me. And now we're about to see if I can do it again. How many fucking magic tricks can I pull out of my hat? It's the real question.
You guys want to know what Playboi Carti told me? By watching him and his relationships with women, I learned about my relationships, not just with women, but with people in general. I can appreciate the art and understand that you are a piece of shit. You can take someone at face value for all of the good things that they've done for you, and then put that completely to one side and enjoy those parts of a person, and then realize that inextricably, if you were to somehow come across this person in real life, you would essentially have to blackball them on the spot because they're doing some fuck shit. Even recently, he has allegations of not just beating women, but people in general. If there's one thing somebody knows about me when I went to high school, it's that I was gonna play Playboi Carti. I was opium. If I were to meet Playboi Carti tomorrow for whatever reason, half of me would be like, damn, I'm meeting an idol of mine. And then the other half would be like, damn, this guy hits.
Well, boys, we are back to shitty audio because mic number 4 has died. I guess that coincides with a new direction in the channel. The next time you hear me on a mic, it'll be a better mic, probably a Bluetooth mic, so I don't have to walk around with a phone in my hand. In other news, I went to a small boutique to buy something today, and when I was buying this thing from this lady, she looked at me like she needed help with something. All I'm hearing is, my city needs me, nigga. It's about that time. I have waited a long time for my time to come full circle. If there was a scale of like 0 and 0 being ugly and gets no hoes, I was at like 3 and 0. I don't know which way the scale is supposed to look, but I'll do it in post. Alright? And now the trajectory that I've managed to allow myself to get on with self-improvement, actual self-improvement, like, introspection, and the fact that I look like a completely different person has put me much higher, okay? At the point where now it's not in my head. It's a beautiful feeling. I tell you what, I know I've made a video talking about how great it is to be here now, but I just want to bask in that glory yet again, okay? I think it's time to say my city needs me. Yeah. Captain Save-A-Ho, I am not. I still have guaps and I'm still afraid of women, so, don't expect things to change, but it's good to be here, man. Don't have more money or more status or a happier, place of life yet than when I was ugly, but it's good to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, as all things, I like to go very vain before I drop some random nugget of wisdom on you, and that wisdom is, stop doing the thing that you're trying to improve on, and before you know it, you'll fall off a cliff, but keep going, and before you know it, you shall succeed, niggas. I didn't start working out with the aspiration of becoming a muscular man to attract women. I did it for niggas. I did it for rugby, for sports, for the thing I love. Okay? And because I dived into one of the things I love, it looks like it's open outside and it's not raining. Man had the opportunity to uncover the fact that he had a decent jawline when he put on some muscle. And now that he has put on that muscle, his whole outlook has changed. He no longer has to be alone. He can still have problems, but he doesn't have to be alone. This is a terrible metaphor. There were a lot of people who did not believe in the journey, in the suave that I was trying to attain when I started to put this muscle on. And like, you know, again, banging the drum, but fuck me with some of you haters. And, you know, that could be you watching this. You know who you are. It was funny. I was funny. I was a joke. I was the punchline. You feel me? And it's like, I'm still a punchline right now. Man is talking about random gibberish out of his garage. I know I'm probably better than you unless you're more talented than me, okay? And even your talent can't overcome the hard work that I'm going on. And that hard work will show dividends in some way, okay? It will, if you actually put in hard work, that is, not just like fake it and shit. No buts. And that is the point. One must continuously evolve. The old shit has gotten you to a certain point, but it's not gonna get you to the finish line, to 5 yard, to the goal line, to the try line, to the... Yeah, no, up until that interaction that I just had, I was most certainly preying on my own downfall. Like, and that's really sad when you think about it in like a literal sense. You feel me? Because I was most definitely under the illusion that this beautiful woman would not be into the boy, but she is, because of what the boy has become. I have the desire to get better, and it's a selfish desire in a way, but it's one that I know if I follow through on will not be a selfish thing in the end, because I will have the time and the energy to be more of a people person, be more of a helper, help other people out, like you watching this. Do it. Do it. What's that fucking meme? Do it. Just do it. Because if you don't, hey nigga, if you don't, it might not be me, but some other nigga's gonna pop up on whatever content creation thing or side hustle that you have, and he's gonna do it in a way that makes you look really fucking dumb. Because now you're putting in more time and effort to catch up to a guy who got the idea after you, but wasn't as afraid to act on it because he wasn't afraid of where it would take him. I mean, if you're not gonna be like going down the road of anything involving illegal activities, just do that shit, bro. Do it. Do it. One must ascend past the previous morals held to oneself, okay? Before I got no girls. And I'm gonna keep banging this drum. I think it's a running theme on my channel, but I want to be self-aware and address that your life is completely different before and after women. It's really life-changing. And so I say that before I understood that girls could just fuck with the boy, I was very like, damn, I gotta like find the one and settle down, and she's gotta be like such and such, because I'm gonna be like holier than thou and such and such. And when that facade fell apart, it was good for me because I learned things. I learned that women don't love me. I shouldn't trust anything that they say, that I shouldn't trust anything that they say in specific reference to how to get other women. And most importantly, I learned that I still love them regardless, and I think that's most powerful. That would not have happened if I was stuck in the old ways of thinking. Brothers and sisters, I'm trying to free you. Alright? Cast out moral judgment. Look at things from an objective lens. If it's working, ask why. Ask if you're willing to do it. Then ask if there's alternatives. If you're cool with the first option, then try it. And if you don't like it, repent. Honestly, at that point, if you are so willing to go through an experience that you have foregone the point of whether or not you're gonna like it or not, you gotta go full force. You gotta fully commit to that shit. Full send it, baby. You never know. Because you never know, bro. What if what you're doing is wrong? What if what you're doing is the wrong thing? Because for a long time, there was something I used to do with girls. Like, I wouldn't really say my intentions off rip. And I didn't realize how fucking wrong that was. You know what I mean? This is a real thing that I went through. Until I understood that sometimes you just gotta say what needs to be said when it needs to be said, baby. Like, that's it. That's really all it is. By me not understanding that this moral obligation of mine was incorrect, that specifically being that you shouldn't just announce off rip that you're into this girl. I would unintentionally hide my intentions. You get what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. And only by casting off this moral fallacy that I had and embracing the fact that these girls want the boy and I want them, so I should put them on notice, did I come to the understanding that that is most certainly and obviously the way to do it. Off rip. Nigga, goodness gracious.